Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar and proud to support Dunedin junior football.
Hello and welcome to Oakleys Off the Bar today. As always, I am your host Hamish Phillip, but I have coaching duties here today, so I'm going to have to bugger off. But don't worry, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands to the beauty to this beast, Tessa Nicol, and Mr. K.A. Gloves himself, Tom Stevens. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you very much, Hamish. Yep, so welcome to Tahuna Park on this glorious Saturday. So we have got Dunedin Technical versus Roslyn Waikato for the Women's Knockout Cup. And Tom, your thoughts around the game today?
Yeah, Knockout Cup, always a good one. Whatever happens in the league means nothing. It will come down to 90 minutes, potentially extra time and even penalties like last year. It's going to be a great match here today.
Looking forward to it. Let's get the show on the road.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Orajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world. They need a great energy source, and here it is. Oat singles from Harroway's. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harroway's.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar and proud to support Dunedin junior football.
Cool, so hello and welcome to Tahuna Park on this beautiful Saturday morning. We've got top of the table clash, to be quite honest. Roslyn versus Dunedin Technical. Should be an exciting game. Knockout Cups always are pretty exciting. Joined with myself, Tessa Nicol and Tom here on commentary as well. Tom, what are your thoughts going into the game?
Yeah, Knockout Cup certainly adds something different. Tech currently ahead by 8 points in the league, but Roslyn with a game in hand. But when it comes to a Knockout Cup game, what happens in the league doesn't mean too much, and I think we found that out last year when these two teams met at the same stage of the cup, and it went to penalties, and Roslyn managed to scrape through. So certainly being a knockout game adds something different for all players involved.
Absolutely, a bit of a exciting element because it really is anyone's game. Team's just getting ready to go. I'm sure there's a few nerves out there. I know from past experiences, definitely games like this matter, especially since I don't think they've met in the round actually either yet for the club-based competition. Yeah,
first game. The game they were scheduled to play, all the weekends football was cancelled, so they'll tag that on to the end of the season. So it's going to add something else that these teams haven't actually come up against each other yet.
I think in the first 5 minutes of a game like this, it's sort of in the defining moments as well, making sure that you get on top and get on the upper hand and trying to put a few chances away early. So this is going to be one heck of an exciting game. Tech already putting the pressure on.
The pitch conditions won't help within that. It'll be interesting to see how both teams cope with, especially the goal mouths, how they decide to play and when they decide to kind of play football and when they decide to go a little bit more safety first mentality.
Absolutely, and I guess be cautious of any sort of pass backs coming going to goalkeepers is always a little bit nervy on a pitch that might hold up a little bit more.
Always fun being a goalkeeper in conditions like this, isn't it, Tess?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's the best. It's what you do it for, conditions like this.
And that'll be a nice early touch for Jade. Jade will be very happy that ball's come into her like that, and good kick to start with too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially in a game where nerves are high as well as a goalkeeper, I'm sure Tom you'll be able to relate to this as well, is very crucial in getting a good first touch within the first 5 minutes and setting the tone for the rest of the game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tech will look to box Roslyn in here. Well, they might settle a wee trap and encourage them to play out in that box.
Absolutely. Yes. Tech are pressing awfully well, awfully high in the first early minutes of the game. Be interesting to see if they can make something here. Done well to win that back at the top of the box. It's in a dangerous area. Roslyn have done well. Bacon making a great run down the line now. She's so fast. Great for counter-attacks like that, getting up the pitch.
Great vision.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen a couple of matchups already across the park. Coral Seath and Renee Bacon out on the far side of the pitch, and out here Kelsey Kennard and Holly Johnson.
Yep, definitely very, very strong, very experienced players. So it's going to be interesting to see how that carries out throughout the match, especially when legs start to get tired and adrenaline starts to wear off as well. I think that can sometimes be some very crucial times in the match as well, when the adrenaline finally starts to wear off and you start to settle in. I think Chantal Smith as well in the middle with Sammy Murrell. I think that's going to be quite an interesting matchup too. Obviously both two very experienced players. Shawnee obviously being over in the States on a scholarship, and Sammy Murrell coming back from the under-20s recently too. So that's a good shot there from Alex.
And calm goalkeeping from Jade as well, knowing where her goal was and recognising that there's no need to try and attempt to hold that, catch that, just let it run past and take the goal kick.
Definitely, it's good to have that sort of confidence early on in the match. Yeah, good awareness. Good pocket of space there from Jade, but met by a Roslyn head, unfortunately for her. And again, just looking really calm and really composed from Jade. That's a great play out from the back. Coral Seath, plenty of space and plenty of time to decide what she's going to do with the ball. It's a great play from Holly and Chantal in the middle.
Just looking how both teams are setting up early on, it looks as if Sammy and Alex McIntosh are going to be the two holding midfielders sitting in front of that back four, or possibly even back three by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think Roslyn have been known this season to be playing with a back three.
Almost.
So I think having Sammy and Alex in the back line, I guess, as well, will add a little bit of extra oomph in the defence. Slip from Jade there. Recovered nicely from Tech.
A day when you want soft ground boots. Get those studs
absolutely,
out.
yep. You know, not many people are wearing studs. These, even on grounds like this, which is crazy.
I know from personal experience, I much prefer, if I can get away with it, wearing firm ground plastic moulds. But reality has been so far this season, I've stayed in the kit bag most weekends.
Yep, you know, you'd rather be a little bit slower, I think, rather than slip over. Some great composure from Tech there, not being afraid to play in tight areas. Can they switch it out though? That'll be the question. Well done, good vision there.
Be extremely key with what appears to be four in the middle of the park for Roslyn. I think they really try and really try and compact that space and make it tight for Tech to play through and force Tech out wide. And so Tech, I'm sure, will be up to the challenge and be more than happy to play out wide with the likes of Michaela Gray and Kate Guilford.
Oh, absolutely. Two youngsters that are they've got extremely high talent. So it's great to see them obviously coming through the ranks and over the years seeing how they've grown and developed and seeing them being two really key parts and this Tech side now is something that's really cool to see. Tech looking dangerous. It's a great 1-2 in there. It's a good shot on goal. Morgan's dealt with that really well.
Whoa!
Oh, that's so looking very dangerous from Dunedin Tech. Morgan doing well to get a touch on that though.
And just slotted or slightly wide. It's a good nudge. Both goalkeepers with a reasonable distance for their first goal kick. Within such slippery conditions, there can always be that little bit in the back of the mind of, oh, what if I slip? And that can sometimes take away from goal kicks.
Absolutely. Looking dangerous, good cutback. Well done from Roslyn though to get something in behind that, and now they're looking really composed around the back. Sammy obviously dropping in there to help out the defence.
Well, this picture here shows it really well, just leaving one up top and everyone else trying to get near or behind the ball.
Be interesting to see if they can do it for the full 90. It's a big work rate from asking, I guess, from Sammy and Alex in the midfield there to run from 18 yard to 18 yards. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do that for the entire 90 and perhaps even beyond.
Yeah, I think that would just require a little bit of patience from Tech too. If Roslyn do get back deep, and same for when Roslyn have the ball, if Tech get back deep, it's about the team in possession, just continuing to hold that ball until they see that chance to play that incisive pass.
Absolutely, and both teams are able to do that too. They cycle the ball really well amongst the back line, and they're able to slip the ball through to the number 6 or the number 8 where it's on in that central midfield. So two very, very competent teams, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It's anyone's game at this point. Just I think it's Emily Henderson just whipping through that mid there. It's a shot on just over the top there. It's a good dig from 25 yards out. Both teams just taking a little bit of a breather, I think, just to get composed.
You can see Roslyn weren't too keen to show for Morgan and look to play out from the back. They'll go long and set their attack from here.
Mm-hmm. It's a great ball through. Good playing between the lines.
Good ball in. Good header.
Good.
Oh,
That's
great
a goal. That's
great goal.
Great. It's fantastic to see, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more goals to come. Bit of a risky restart there from Roslyn. Tech are looking to capitalise straight away, and that's another good ball through the line. Maybe just a wee bit heavily weighted.
And I don't think we should neglect to mention the ball through from Chantel Smith through to Kate there.
No.
Split the two defenders superbly.
Absolutely, and I think playing in behind the lines a lot of the time is something that teams struggle with. So it's fantastic to see that we've already seen a few balls through with a bit of accuracy in behind them. Too many times I think that we try to play a ball in behind and it goes straight to a defender or even the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper might have to adjust with it if balls are coming through. Sit a little bit higher, try and take it out, try and take that through ball out of play.
Absolutely, it'll be interesting to see how it develops and how the goalkeepers deal with it moving forward. Some again good attacking from Tech, looking dangerous up front today. It's a good ball up the line. Coral's dealt with that really, really nicely.
Good composure. And she's getting forward too.
It's always the kind of player that Coral Seif has been, though. You never see her panic on the ball, and you never see her panic out on the pitch. She's always very calm and composed.
And Sophie with a bit of space going forward here. And another ball in between the defenders.
Those balls genuinely looking really dangerous. They're Dunedin Tech playing with a lot of incision through those lines, and it's probably not a bad call from Wayne Van Gort to have had Sammy and Alex in that back line there to give it a little bit more security. So, Holly Johnston's done really well to reclaim that. Good composure from Lily. Playing through. Now this could be awfully dangerous if they can hit a good ball through. Well done from Sammy Murrell. That's a great hit from Renee Bacon.
Some vision there, some vision.
Just gone wide.
But I think Jay might have had that covered with some good footwork getting back onto her line.
Absolutely, and for both Jade and Morgan themselves, it takes a lot to score past those two very, very young but very competent young keepers. And you don't see easy goals being scored against those two very often. So I feel it could be a bit of a battle between goalkeepers today as well.
Oh, Beth Fitcher with a good header.
It was well dealt with. And well reclaimed by Roslyn there too. Great, and that's some great defending there.
Another good tackle.
Very strong, this Dunedin technical side on the ball and off the ball as well. But that's not to say Roslyn isn't either. They've got some very, very strong, very capable players that can do just the same job. Bit of a 50-50 ball there. Tech's out with that well, and again, just looking awfully composed. Easily dealt with by Morgan Whitson. She's going to kick that up. 50, well done from Alex McIntosh. That's a great ball through. Can Roslyn hold it? Are they able to find players in space? And that'll be easily dealt with by Jade Middleditch. Gives their team time to just reset and hit those lines. So played into a good pocket of space, but met with a Roslyn player, but again brought down and composed by Tech. That's some great aerial strength there shown by Sammy Murrell, but Tech have regained possession once again. Just off that second phase ball, Tom, I find that from where the game's been going so far, it seems that Tech seems to be just picking up those straggly balls and making the most of it as well.
Yeah, that would definitely help with the possession stats, and it's always difficult when you feel that when your team is constantly winning those second phase balls, you just naturally feel you're a little bit more on top. And here's Emily Morrison dribbling with the ball. She played it well to Kirsty Ha, last year's top goal scorer.
Oh wow, fantastic. That's well covered by Morgan Whitson, but great build from Dunedin Tech, and I think Emily number 16 will be another key player, I think, in the Dunedin technical side. She's been a bit of a standout player during her time at Tech. First year at Dunedin Tech, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, down on a Football South scholarship.
Fantastic.
With those scholarships with the Otago Polytechnic and Otago University.
Fantastic, and I think there's a few players within the side that have actually earned those scholarships. Holly Johnston being one of them as well. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Sonia Bain as well?
Yes,
is also
yeah.
on a university scholarship, which is great, and it's a great initiative to keep local players in the game and also to attract those that are.
We've got a 3-on-3 here. Just those runs a little bit straight and a little bit predictable, with not really offering Bacon too many options.
No. Perhaps arguably maybe too many touches from Renee Bacon as well. But
Tech defended well, just those when it's a 3-on-3 like that, just dropping off and buying yourself some time as defenders.
yeah, and making them make the decision as well, and putting the
Exactly.
pressure back on them. Dealt with that quite well. I think as well with within the Dunedin technical backline as well, they show a lot of confidence and a lot of there's no rush decisions in their backline. It's very experienced as well, so it's great to watch. Well done there.
Wow, long shots from both teams. A few of them already today.
Quite interesting, obviously. Both teams taking chances wherever they can, which shows that perhaps the nerves are running a bit high, and both teams are a bit desperate to get on the scoreboard. Obviously, Dunedin Technical, obviously 1-0 up at this point, but it's anybody's game. They're both teams looking fairly even at this stage of the game. It's a great cross in, and ooh, bit of a spill there from Morgan, but well recovered. She was all over that.
Yeah, just you gotta tease the opposition sometimes.
Give them a little bit of hope. And again, if Morgan can just find more of the pockets of the pitch when she's delivering those balls, and I think she'll have a lot more success. We'll see that that's looking a little bit more promising, but well dealt with by Chantel Smith. Such an athletic player. Offers Tech a lot of depth and a lot of experience. Now Renee Bacon's got a lot of space to move with, and it's not a bad ball in, but unfortunately we had no numbers forward. And Tech will deal with that fairly calmly. Great incision up the line, well done from Sophie Dykstra. But Holly Johnson's done well to get in front of that and shield that off.
Some good strength there.
Absolutely.
Body position key.
Bit of confusion there.
And Holly White's coming away with it. Man on.
Bit scrambly, but Tech seemed to have retained possession on that one, and that's well shut down by Beth Fitchett, challenging Michaela Gray there on the left-hand side. That's another great ball, and behind the line it's going to be a 50-50.
Good goalkeeping.
Well, good decisive play there from Morgan Whitson to come out though, and I think that's especially in young goalkeepers as well, with Morgan only being 16 and Jade being 17 or turning 18 as well, is making those key decisions to come out and sticking with what they choose to do too. It can be really hard at a young age to make a decision and fully commit to it, but that's a questionable ball. Well, Roslyn just not quite being able to capitalise on that, and Jade sending it to safety up the pitch. It was a great ball in actually to the number 8.
Jessie Clark-Grant done well there to get the ball back.
Absolutely.
The ball's still in play. Bacon 1-on-1, goes past her man.
Putting
Cuts
speed
it back. Whoa, a wee crucial touch there from Holly Smale.
Sammy Murrell with a little dig, but just falls a little bit short, and that'll go up for a goal kick, giving the teams a little bit of time to regroup and just...
There's a few hands on hips.
Yeah, it's been a very good game to be a part of so far, and there's a lot of been a lot of skill involved and a lot of really good balls through, breaking through the lines. That's something that I can't stress enough how difficult that can be to do sometimes. So it's great to see both teams doing that.
And Tech getting a fair bit of position just with Holly Smale in the number 6 there, just in front of Roslyn's midfield, but behind their front man.
Well done, and Holly White doing well to buy them some time, and Alex McIntosh getting in front of that. Good ball up to Holly Johnston, and Holly White now making a run through the middle. That's a brilliant ball over the top. But again, Tech deal with that fairly calmly.
Yeah, ball possibly just a little bit straight, if anything. Key playing those balls through. There's a little bit of an angle on it. Makes it a little bit easier for the goalkeeper when it's straight through.
Absolutely, and
Emily with another good bit of piece of skill there.
well won. Roslyn just need to find just the weight of the ball just a little bit more. They're putting some great balls through, but it's just it's being met with Jade Middleditch on the end of it. So if they can just find their the weight of the pass, maybe just a little bit heavy, lighter, they might find a little bit more success moving forward as well. But I mean, it's hard to judge as well with the state of the pitch as well. It's
Poor morale with the foul there. Referee not having it, not even playing advantage despite Tech having the ball there.
And Morale will drop quickly back into position there.
She's got a wee way to run.
A bit of cheeky play there. It's a good little dink over the top, and okay, they're great getting a touch, but Roslyn giving away possession there.
And Holly Johnson again winning a tackle. She's made a good start to this game.
Absolutely, it's great to see her starting the game looking strong and looking confident as well. She's a very experienced player with a lot to offer the team, and has been involved in Roslyn for a number of years now. I think Tom.
Yeah, I think father a big figure at Roslyn.
See what Roslyn can make of this opportunity being in their attacking third. Good pressure from Emily from Tech there, but again dealt with it by Beth.
This is just where Roslyn need to keep the ball.
Absolutely, it's
looking quite direct so far.
Yep, and I think just a little bit more patience and a little bit more confidence when they're on the ball, just to circulate it and try and exploit the gaps. I think that'll help Roslyn moving forward from here. Very capable side. It's just a fact of having a bit of confidence. It's a good ball into the midfield, but Tech have managed to regain possession. That's a nice little bit of skill there from Sonia Bain.
And Sammy's coming through here, right foot and just wide. And Wilson James, the AR number 1, putting his flag up there, possibly offside, but goal kick being awarded.
Both teams just resetting for a Dunedin technical goal kick now. Jade finding a nice little pocket of space, but met by Jessie Clark-Grant. Good pressure from Bacon, but Tech have still got possession, looking to attack up the right-hand wing. Crowell again just looking nice and composed, but Her ball through met by Beth Fitchett.
Sammy with an intervention again, and Michaela Hunt on the ball now, another scholarship girl. Sophie with a bit of space, another brilliant through ball, just slightly too much on it.
And that all started just from simple circulation as well, just around the back line and having the confidence to switch it out. And I think that's something that Dunedin Tech has always done really well with over the past few years, under obviously Graham Smale, the head coach.
Yeah, by just circulating, it just helps to create those gaps between the defenders to then be able to play through. If you play too early, those gaps don't tend to open up the same. Well played by Chantel there, just a couple of touches out to Kirsty.
Finding plenty of space.
A couple of good mates out on that far side there, Beth Fitchett and Michaela Gray. They'll be enjoying the battle between each other.
Absolutely, and I think you find with just hold that
Michaela
thought for
getting
just
the
one
better
moment there.
Or Alex McIntosh with a very important intervention, and the shot comes through with the deflection.
Ooh.
Deflection's another fun thing for goalkeepers.
Boy. Yep, absolutely. It's you're so set on the flight of the ball, and then all of a sudden when it takes even the slightest deflection can throw you off, especially with it being so close to goal too.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Tess, but first corner of the game, 28th minute. So we've had to wait a while for a corner, so we'll see what can be produced here.
Absolutely.
It's a good ball in.
Both Tech and Roslyn looking dangerous in the air. There was no backing out from that challenge, and a ball popped nicely back in.
Couple of sliding in there. And good to see them helping each other get back up.
Yeah, good sportsmanship, especially in a game such as this where tensions are high, and Holly White gaining possession. And again,
once again, referee Caleb Marsh happy to blow the free kick rather than playing advantage.
giving Roslyn a little bit of time just to get reset, find their positioning. It's a nice wee ball in from Sophie Dykstra. Met on the end of it by Jordan Walker. That's a great switch there from Chantel Smith. Good vision and awareness, but maybe just a little bit overhit. But the intention there was good. Deciding to play that in.
And Roslyn getting up the pitch here, and Tech will just look to keep it again. Well played, great ball.
It's a good ball in from Jade Middleditch. Her distribution today's been immaculate, really. That's another good ball in through the lines as well. Met by Michaela Gray.
Showing her pace.
Well defended away by Roslyn there. This could be another bit of an opportunity for Dunedin Tech getting into that final third. There's space. Ball
Walker again, another header.
Yeah, very, very strong on the air, Jordan Walker. Someone when you're playing on your team, I guess, as a goalkeeper as well. She's someone that you can rely on to clean anything up in the air coming your way, especially on corners. Very reliable and a very, very experienced player, having started for the Football South Southern United women's team many times now. She'll be racking up a few caps.
Good bit of composure there on the ball from Holly White. Just looking to open the ball out, get out the other side of the pitch. And Roslyn will be happy to take the throw. Looking to take quick throw-ins so far.
It's I think as well, like, it's quite and just holding that thought there. Good, solid defending there from Alex McIntosh. And Roslyn now on the counter. Renee Bacon will be using her speed up and down that line, looking to perhaps cut in.
Gets past her man. Is there anyone in the box? Open out.
And that little deflection could just be enough for Holly White to get a shot on.
White with the save. Save.
But
White with the shot. Middle ditch with the save.
Collected nice and easy. It wasn't going to phase her, that one. Bit of hesitation there. And
Sophie Dykstra with vision there, but Morgan Whitson well alert to it. And interesting here, not really too interested in playing out from the back again.
No, I think, which I guess shows the kind of game plan that Roslyn's wanting to play. They're looking to obviously just continuously look to slip balls maybe in behind. And seeing if anything comes off there. That's a great ball in and good opportunity. Oh,
well taken by Gray. I mean, a well taken goal there.
Oh, absolutely.
And Tech go 2-0 up.
It was such a well-composed goal as well. And the thing is that both of Dunedin Technical's goals have started from a great build-up and have worked their way through the pitch as well, which shows obviously them being a very confident side. For the restart here. Roslyn looking to go forward very quickly, but again met calmly by the Dunedin Technical defence. It's another great ball in between the lines, and Kate Guilford cutting it back, and ooh!
Gray just couldn't slide in early enough.
Shows a great level of commitment though, especially sliding around on such a cold Saturday morning.
Yeah, unlucky for the kit man having to do the washing after the game.
Roslyn not out of trouble here just yet. With another
good ball in to
great
Emily
ball.
Morrison, and Morgan will be happy to watch that into the bread basket. That's a good kick there.
Yeah, into a good space, but met by the experienced head of Chantel Smith. Kate Guilford showing her skill. Again, a good feed out wide. Holly Smell being a really good pivot point for the Dunedin Technical offence.
And she works back there to hold Bacon up. But Bacon gets a good ball out to Johnson. And Kennard happy just to keep the ball.
Good press there from Emily.
And
Tech looking to again regain possession, looking dangerous on the attack as we can see, as we've seen before. Them playing in between the lines is probably, and their crossing ability as well is their biggest threat. And Roslyn will be very quickly looking to shut those two options down.
White with a brilliant tackle. She comes out with the ball to Johnson.
Great ball, great play. Well done. See what Lily can do here if she can hold the ball up. Not quite. Kelsey Kennard showing her experience by winning that ball in a dangerous area. That's dealt with by Fitchett.
And they're just happy to look to slow the game down here and take a quick breather.
Just about to say, both teams seem to be settling into the game a little bit more. The adrenaline, I think, is now starting to wear off.
Yeah, it's always the most nervy time, I think, as a player, the first 10 minutes of the game, and then coming out after half-time and the next 5 minutes or so just to try and get back into the game. Sometimes you don't want that half-time whistle to blow, but
No.
I'm sure these players we'll be happy to get into the sheds and assess how they're going and look to make those slight changes needed to come out in the second half nice and strong.
Absolutely. And I think in those first few shot there from Chantal Smith and dealt with nicely by Morgan Whitson. I think that's the kicker as well, is those dying minutes of the first half and those first few minutes in the second half can be the most crucial in a game at times.
So crucial, nothing better than getting a goal just before half time or just after half time. Shift of momentum can often occur.
Absolutely. And sideline ref had his flag up for an offside there, but dealt with by Roslyn Waikare, and they're looking to attack.
Referee happy to play advantage. Good to see.
Nothing like a good advantage there, Tom.
Fellow commentator who couldn't be here today, Hamish Phillip, he loves to play an advantage as a referee.
Oh, absolutely.
And as we speak of
here
that,
with a well done, well dealt with by Morgan Whitson there.
a brilliant save, one-on-one, stayed up as long as possible, made herself big, and gave Morrison no chance but to hit the goalkeeper.
Absolutely. I was just saying previously to their on goal attempt. Yeah, Hamish Phillips couldn't be with us today. He's actually on the bench for Roslyn Waikare for this very important game, and
That's
hit
a good
from
strike,
Chantal Smith,
and
but
well held.
good hands from Morgan Whitson.
Yes, a man of many talents.
Many words, many cards. Yes, I'm sure for the viewers listening, his enthusiasm and his knowledge for the game will be sorely missed today. But compensated by two extremely talented and good-looking commentators, nonetheless. But we'll have Hamish back with us next week.
Yeah, he's good to see he's contributing to this game rather than out there practicing his golf swing, which needs a lot of work. But yeah, he'll leave that for the summer, I think. Very committed to football in Dunedin.
Great asset for the club and great asset for Football South. Both teams just sliding over, tucking in. Good ball into Renee Bacon.
And Michaela intercepts there, well done, and plays to another Michaela, who beats her man. Well played.
This could be a dangerous opportunity here for Dunedin Technical.
It's great to see Tony Van Gorp down here today, out watching his daughter play.
Yep, strutting his stuff.
Great to see him refereeing in last week's game in a similar matchup, Tech Roslyn, but the 14th grade girls.
Oh, fantastic! And that as well is always a fantastic clash to watch, and it's also great to see in that grade that they've got 4 girls only teams as well, and 4 very good girls only teams competing there.
And I think we might see a few of those girls on the sideline here today as ball girls. Sandy Gorman organised some of those girls to pop down, and it's brilliant, that connection between youth football and senior football.
Great touch by Sammy Murrell.
And Jessie Clark-Grant, can she get a shot in on goal here? She does.
Just
And
not
well
enough, not enough quite oomph behind it. Legs look like they might be starting to get a wee bit tired. Then again, Tech on the attack once again. Like good odds, and that's another really good ball through. And that's a
Showed some good technique there.
great connection, great obviously confidence to have a go at something such as that.
Yeah, just mentioning Tony Van Gorp and Sandy Gorman.
Yeah.
With Tony just having been nominated in the top 10, and Sandy, I think last year in the top 10 of Lotto Sport volunteers. It's great to see them being recognised for the many hours that they put into their not only their clubs, but football in Otago in general, and the players really appreciate it and really benefit from volunteers. They're not the only ones, but brilliant that volunteers in Otago being recognised at a national level.
Absolutely, and it's great to see that those coaches are really genuinely out for player development as well. It's really important that those girls have and boys have role models that they're able to look up to as well. And it also helps for retaining players as well within the sport as well. If you have fantastic people that are wanting to dedicate their time to the game, that gets rewarded by having players that wanna stay involved.
Good composure here from Walker, bringing it out wide, and she'll be looking for someone to offer up the pitch.
And strong on the ball,
As Lily Robin does, well done, but Dykstra up to the challenge. Good hold-up play.
Well done. Play up the line and just not quite getting a touch on that. And now Tech looking to attack quickly again. Another play through the line. It's a good effort and
just wide. Great effort. Morrison looking dangerous.
Morgan will be glad to see that one go just shy of the post.
Yeah, 3 minutes before half time here, and both teams looking like they're definitely keen to get into the sheds. So as we mentioned, crucial just before half time. So we're into a crucial period now. It's probably comes up to upstairs and who just can concentrate the most.
Absolutely. If Tech can get another one here, it could well be good night. But if Roslyn can manage to hold them out or to get a goal back themselves, then they're straight back in the match.
They sure are. Yeah, 2 goals isn't too much. It's amazing. 1 goal and how the dynamic of the match can change. So both teams have a wee bit to play for across these next few minutes.
Absolutely, and with it being a knockout cup as well, we don't finish on a draw. A draw is not a result that's had. So dealt with. Still not out of danger yet, but yeah, a draw could just be what Roslyn might be looking for after the 90-minute whistle, and then it goes to added time, and it's really again anyone's game. It's basically back to the drawing board for both teams. So, Roslyn will be hunting out for a draw at 90 minutes or a win at this stage. And that's again dealt with calmly by Jordan Walker, and just held on to just a little bit long there, but Tech just regaining possession and looking to attack again, but Carlson sending the ball up the line, but not finding teammate nor opposition there. Some tired legs out there.
Bit of stretching going on.
Bit of stretching, bit of shoelace tying. No, ref will be looking to blow his whistle any moment now.
Can Tech sneak one just before half time?
Well dealt with by Alex McIntosh. Just all you need is a deflection in situations like that, and that can sometimes be enough.
Yes, the smallest of interventions can actually be the biggest of interventions.
Absolutely. Alex McIntosh with having a lot of space in front of her. Finding Holly Johnston. Another great ball through the line. Held with by GC. That's a great ball through.
Good strength on the ball there from Robin.
Kelsey Kennard dealing with that
Kennard
extremely well. Just goes to show her experience within the game, and the seasoned player, and Tech can keep this in. They could be potentially looking dangerous here. But
referee Marsh looking at his watch. Whistle goes into the mouth. And there it is, half-time here at Tahuna Park. Dunedin Technical leading Roslyn 2-0 in the Women's Knockout Cup.
Cool, so it is half time here at Tahuna Park. Dunedin Technical versus Roslyn. Dunedin Tech are 2-0 up at this current stage of the game. Tom, what are your thoughts leading into the second half, and what do you think it's going to entail?
Well, it's going to be intriguing. If Roslyn can peg a goal back early on, it's anyone's game. But yeah, the coaches will be doing their thing at half time and looking to give their team that extra boost coming into what should be an intriguing second half.
Absolutely, it's been a stellar of a first half, and who knows what's going to happen in the second half. So stay tuned.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Orajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world and need a great energy source. And here it is, oat singles from Harraways. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harraways.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar. And proud to support Dunedin Junior Football.
Reverting to I think a 4 in the back line now.
We shift in formation.
We shift in formation and looking to hopefully pull a goal back, but Tech again. Free kick in a very dangerous area.
Tech now can just settle the play down as they're doing, and with that 3-goal scoreline.
Absolutely. And Chantel Smith on the ball there, and she's not afraid to have a crack anywhere on the pitch at goal. So it'd be interesting to see what she's looking to do here. She's looking for the shot on goal, but met comfortably by the hands again of Morgan Whitson, who's doing very well. A 50-50 ball through the middle there, and phase won by Roslyn.
Within that substitution, it looks like we might see Sammy Morel a bit higher up the park now.
Which will be good. She's lethal when she gets in front of goal, and a very aggressive player. Obviously has a lot of skill and experience.
I saw a photo on Twitter midweek. She with a young girl, I believe, named Harvey.
Yep.
Down in Invercargill. She trip down to Invercargill with yourself, and young Harvey had done a project on Sammy at school, and so brilliant, a real hero for some of the locals down in Southland and in the greater Football South area.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Sammy here with a good ball through. Can Roslyn use it, and maybe just 1 or 2 touches a little bit too much.
Yeah, I'm sure Bacon will be. If she had that chance again, maybe taking it first time.
Absolutely. But yes, going back to our visit to Invercargill, I mean, it was fantastic. Oh, that's a great ball through. And just looking to be a bit cheeky there and try and chip it over the top, but Morgan Whitson positioning herself nicely to claim that. Sorry, Tom, going back to our visit down to Invercargill, yeah, it was very heartwarming and very humbling, I think, for Sammy to see that her efforts and all the time and effort that she's put into her football over the years has meant something to somebody like that, such as Harvey, and it just stresses the importance of young girls and of course young boys as well in the game, that it's important to have local heroes. And I think as adults we forget how important it is to have that. You might be playing in your local Prems team and not think too much of it, but to a young kid that could mean the world to them.
Yeah, I think it is, taking a minute out of your time to talk to a younger player. A minute of your time's nothing, but it can mean the world and make a young person's day, and that's why it's brilliant. Both these sides out here today doing some good things, trying to connect their all-girls teams and their Prem sides, and it's resulted in a few of, obviously we've got the Tech ball girls out here today, and I see a few young Roslyn players who have been ball girls at Roslyn home games coming down to watch the Premier side, so some really positive things happening in the women's space in Dunedin.
Oh, and then we go, there's that big mud pool coming into play again. But yes, I mean, absolutely, and I think for Sammy it was a gentle reminder of the things that she's achieved, and that she's had, how hard she's had to work for them. And at the end of the day, if it helps Harvey on her pathway to becoming a footballer, then Sammy's done a fantastic job in promoting that and being a great role model for her. And hopefully we can do the same and start to do the same for our local players here as well. It's great. I hear that Roslyn get down to watch a few of the younger girls' games too, which is great. And that's definitely not an offside there.
And they forced
well dealt with by Sophie Dykstra.
Forced the throw in there. Yeah, on that, with that impact within the Roslyn. Both my cousins Charlotte and Isabel play in those all-girls teams, and they're both down here today watching and really enjoy the involvement of those senior girls within their trainings.
Yeah, and it just it gives the girls something to aspire to, and they know where their football could be heading. I think that's another thing as well, is it's very important for young players, both boys and girls, to know that as they get older that there's a future in football, and that they have something to aspire to be.
And probably yourself is a great example of that. In all seriousness though, there's a clear pathway for both female and male players, but I think it's brilliant for those young players to see the likes of yourself and Sammy playing with the New Zealand under-20 side, that there's a pathway, and a couple of girls out on the pitch within scholarships and helping out with their tertiary studies, and a couple of like Chantel having experiences over in the States. So there's definitely pathways for players within the Football South region.
Absolutely, and it's just making those pathways known, and that's will be an offside there. And it's just as well that was called. Roslyn by the skin of their teeth getting away with that one. Could have been 4-0. And I mean, to be quite honest, from my experiences, obviously being lucky enough to have had the experiences I have had, it's great to be able to be in a role within Football South where I'm able to give back to the younger players coming through, because and being a local girl myself as well, being within the community, it's great to see. It's great to see and hopefully give a little bit of inspiration to the young girls coming through and to keep them in the game as well. I think that's really important. So I'm really looking forward to my time here at Football South and within Football South, and hopefully inspire a few more dreams and get some more of the senior girls involved with that as well. I think that's important. But a free kick for Dunedin Technical in a very, very dangerous position. Chantel Smith again looking to get on the ball, and again if she can whip one into the mixer, or even on goal.
See Kennard with a hand up out the back there.
Strong
there's
in the
Kirsty
air.
Ha free out the back. I think we've got a 3-on-2 situation out the back, and but we go
gone
for
for
goal
goal.
instead, and it's just over. Well covered by what's in there anyway. I think the her defenders might be letting Chantal know that maybe she should have put it into the mixer next time, because I'm sure there's nothing more demoralising as a centre back making that 50-metre run up and then having to make that 50-metre run back.
Absolutely. Roslyn just managing to get it out wide, and Bacon's got so much space. Surely she's looking to put the ball in over the top. Oh, and that's a spill. Sammy Murrell on it straight. Ooh. Sammy Murrell capitalising on a spill from Jade Middleditch, but putting the ball out for a goal kick there.
Yeah, Middleditch did well to scramble and put Morale off. It shows you, even if you make a mistake, you can recover that pretty quickly.
Absolutely, and that's very important, especially as a goalkeeper, and even as a player out on the pitch. If you make a mistake or something happens or you lose possession, it's important to not give up and to keep going. And
about how you respond.
yes, absolutely.
So we see Smith with a bit of space here, and Seath trying to get wide to connect with her.
And Bacon doing well to get a toe on it, but Seath there just to recover. Starting to...
We're seeing a bit more, in terms of Roslyn's shape, a bit more of a 4-3-3. And I think they're able to play with the ball a little bit more. It's working well for them.
Yep, rather than looking at playing defensively, it's great to see them now looking to play a more of an attacking role, especially with the players that they've got in their team as well. So we've got some very dangerous people.
Oh, and Jade gets lifted into there and throws the head away.
Slippery situation. And Sophie Dykstra looking very confident on the ball, and that's another young local girl that's come through the ranks as well. And it's been great to watch her also develop and become the player that she is today. Very confident on the ball and very good at her overlapping as well, which is a very sought after strength. That's a great
Johnson
ball
running
from
through.
Sammy.
Pulls the trigger, and Middleditch.
Well held.
Some grippy gloves there.
She wearing KOs, Tom?
I believe so, Tess.
Yeah, that'll be why. KOs win matches, eh?
They sure do. It's all about the tools. That and the fuel. Some Haraway's Oats as well. Good sponsors of the show. And fueling up in the morning before a game is key. So we see a bit of an injury here. Is that
Renee Bacon.
Bacon
I
down.
think it's actually down, unfortunately, on the pitch. Hamish Phillip, trusty commentator, out to make sure that she's okay, and she's sitting up, which is always a really good sign. But just gives the teams time to talk about for the last sort of 20 minutes or so. A few team tactics and making sure everybody knows the plan.
they're the senior players stepping up within these talks, and they'll be giving their thoughts about how they can positively impact on the last 15 minutes of this game as we'll restart with a throw-in.
Roslyn looking at potentially making a sub. Amy from, I think she is also originally from Southland, looking at, she's got the warm-up top off.
And good sportsmanship there with Tech playing the ball out to allow Bacon to receive some treatment, and Roslyn giving the ball back to restart the game.
Turning the favour. I think that's what it comes down to as well, is although it's a very tight and intense game between two clubs with a bit of history and behind them, it's great to see that they're, when push comes to shove, that sportsmanship.
And just as we say that, referee Martin blows for a free kick for some holding off the ball.
Oh.
Good to see.
I love
Good to see.
A little bit of irony in these kinds of situations is always appreciated.
The old commentator's curse. As McIntosh gets the ball,
She looked to pull the trigger.
Morel turns.
Great turn, just not quite enough.
Good intervention from Coral Seath there.
Michaela Gray doing well to win the ball back, and it's Jordan Walker coming through. Again, another strong tackle. But a good play down the wing. Nice and composed again.
Good turn from Kirsty
Well
Hahn.
done.
She
Straight
drives
into
forward.
space as well.
Drives forward into that space and then feeds more space to Michaela Gray. First time in,
Great ball
and
for-
Whitson comfortably takes that.
I think that's the other thing as well that separates a good player to a great player is somebody that knows their surroundings and knows where everything is as well, and knows where the space is before they've even received the ball, and already making their mind up with what they're going to do with it. It's a very, very hard player to defend or attack against.
Yes, speeds the game of the pace of the game up as Dykstra drives into space again. Some space opening up as we get into the last 10 or 15 minutes of this match, as the trigger is pulled and it's well wide.
Roslyn looking to regroup, and Amy comes on from Lily. Lily having a fantastic game, doing very, very well, pressing up front, and has just run her socks off for this for the past sort of 70 minutes or so, which is great, and it'll be a well-deserved break for Lily, with Amy coming on, and another one that doesn't stop. Another one that doesn't stop running. So it'll be interesting to see if she can utilise her time on the pitch to perhaps pull a goal or two back. And the goal kick just falling into a dangerous area, and Temple looking to capitalise. Well kept in.
Turn. Walker again. Oh, it's blocked. Oh,
Jeez.
and no claims to the penalty. Caleb Marsh referee says get up as Bacon drives forward.
It's, again, if Roslyn can just compose themselves moving forward, I think they're gonna find themselves with a lot more opportunities facing up to them. That's a good ball through, and Jessie Clark-Grant's holding off to get numbers in behind the ball, but that's a dangerous.
Guildford shoots and just wide again.
Again, it's so crucial that Roslyn doesn't give players such as Kate Guildford time on the ball there, as she will pull the trigger when the opportunity arises. She's someone that's not afraid to have a shot when the opportunity arises. And Sophie Dykstra coming off for... Apologies, just not too...
Slotting into centre back there with Kelsey Kennard out on going out to left back.
Roslyn can look to press them in, and they have done so.
Force a throw in there, an attacking throw in. Paul Lindsay there, not quite showing safe hands on the sideline. And that's vision to get it out wide, but it's not quite the execution.
Kate Guildford looking to take it all the way. And met by the head of Jordan Walker. Good ball in. Tet looking dangerous now, driving into the box, but well away by Jordan Walker again, having a phenomenal game at the back there, just so strong.
Great with the back to goal. Lays it back to Seath.
And a easy play by Tech there, giving them too much space and time from Roslyn, but again deflected. And I'll go up for a corner. Anybody's ball here, really, with both sides being very strong in the air. It'll really just be a foot race to see who can get to the ball first. It's a good ball into the mixer, but
Great
well,
ball.
Few hands going up there, and I have a feeling it could have been off Tech, but it's going up for a corner again. Again, a very crucial call at this point in the game. So interesting to see if Tech can get something on this.
Another good ball in. Oh, there's a
Oh,
wee
right in the
push in the
near
back there, I
post.
think, but not seen by the referee.
And there's that drop again, and
McIntosh with the big foot.
putting it back in. It could be enough, but safely guided again by Jordan Walker. Plenty of space in front of her. It's a good ball up the line, but just not quite met by either Sammy Murrell or Renee Bacon. Well dealt with. Good ball up, but unfortunately not finding Roslyn's feet. Holly Smale showing some good composure against Sammy Murrell there, and again will be shut down by Jordan. Change for Dunedin, technical in the dying stages of the game. Michaela Gray coming off and Lara Wall coming on. By the looks of things, again down that right hand side, and as we discussed earlier on in the game, she's another player that's coming through the ranks, and it'll be interesting to see if she can fulfil that impact role off the bench in the last 10-15 minutes of the game.
It's a good ball in.
Mudd, I think, just holding it up.
As Smith launches, Whitson gets her body behind it. Well done.
Well done.
Both keepers doing well in these conditions. It's important to get your body behind the ball, and just that little bit of footwork to enable that has been key as that ball is launched forward and Zoe Thomas makes her intervention there.
First touch of the game for Zoe Thomas as well, I believe.
Another young player. Bacon with some space here. What can she do?
Some encouragement from some teammates just to take it. I think she could have potentially even taken that further, but it's picked up by Alex McIntosh. And showing again good composure, playing around the back, showing a little bit more patience from Roslyn rather than a bit of urgency to get it forward, which is nice. And Gemma Gilbert coming on for, I'm sure we'll see fairly shortly. Looks like
Holly Johnson leaving the field. Rather than making that trek across the whole width of the pitch, just exits out that other side, and we'll slowly make her way around the outside of the
Intelligent
pitch.
decision, really, isn't it?
Especially after playing 80 minutes of football.
And at good intensity at that as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Gemma can do coming on at this late stage of the game.
And that's a brilliant ball through, fresh legs of Wall. Just not quite enough with Whitson making another important intervention, and Wilson James, brilliant first touch there.
And Jessie Clark-Grant also doing well to shield the ball and to make sure that Morgan was able to get something on it. McIntosh clearing that quite nicely. Sammy Murrell with a lovely touch. Can Amy get something on it? Not quite.
Bit of pinball at the moment.
Legs are starting to get tired. It's been a it's been a high intensity game from both teams, and both teams have haven't dropped off, which is I guess quite rare in these sorts of environments, because usually there's a period of 5 or 10 minutes where a team will lack, or they'll get tired and they'll hit a bit of a wall. But it's fantastic to see both teams giving 110% for this entire game. It's a great defending there from Michaela and against Sammy, but the ball's not quite out yet. Renee Bacon looking to keep the ball, and I know she will. The ball's just going to stop shy of the goal line.
Yeah, and I think as well that softer pitch can take it out of the legs quite easily too. So all players doing well not to let that be a factor as the ball's played over for the fresh legs of Wall. Can she dispossess Walker? She can.
She's done well. Footwork, and will just be seen over the
Marsh
top
pulling
of the
out the
bar.
yellow card, and Holly Smale picks up the first booking of the game.
And Watson looking to set up for the goal kick. Players congregating in the over off to the left-hand side of the pitch. Can Watson put it into a safe area, and can Roslyn get something on it and retain possession? And it's met by Emily up front. She does well to some fantastic footwork by Emily today, and she looks to slot it, but Morgan Watson getting some safe hands in behind it.
Morale with the right foot there out wide.
And that, it's quite a good ball through. Sammy
she picks up
Murrell
the loose
looking
ball.
at picking it up, and it's just short, just shy of the near post. Sammy Murrell doing well to capitalise on that mistake, and it could have well put her on the scoreboard. But now Roslyn look to regroup and hopefully gives them a little bit more confidence moving forward in the dying minutes of the game. Can they pull one back, and can Tech hold their clean sheet? Jade Middleditch will be looking to keep the ball from out the back of the net.
As we mentioned early on in the game, this is the first time these two sides have met this season, and they've got a couple of games in the league to play later on. So putting the scoreline or the result aside, they'll be looking to take some big things out of this game as a big tackle goes in.
Big hit.
And a call from a card comes out.
Jordan Walker, and Chantel Smith hits the deck pretty hard.
Two teammates. Yeah, it's good to see Smith getting back up.
Yeah, and that'll go on the books for Jordan Walker.
Good, probably tactical foul there with Smith breaking through. One of the old get the ball or the man, either or.
Yep, and fortunately Smith is back up, and she's looking to probably punish Roslyn a bit for that. And Watson dealt with that really well. Again, just that mud box coming out to be the 12th man on the pitch for Roslyn today.
Body behind the ball key, and you can see a nice, good decent size water going everywhere, and then a mud patch on the ball as it goes up. Loving winter footy.
Absolutely. And yeah, Watson be looking to clean his gloves after that one. And questionable. Oh dear, questionable weighted pass back there. Needed to put a bit more on that. But Watson's still doing well to get her body in behind that and making sure that she made the best out of a horrible situation.
Yeah, we're into added time now, referee's time, and so good to see that concentration from the goalkeepers is continuing for the full 90 minutes and beyond.
Absolutely, and that's something that people, I suppose, probably don't take into consideration. The mentality that goalkeepers must have to keep themselves focused in the game. I mean, you could go 80 minutes without touching the ball sometimes, and then all of a sudden you're called into action for the last 10 minutes to pull off a save to keep your team in the lead. But as I said previously, both teams giving it 110% for the full 90 minutes. You've seen no stages of the game where either team has really dropped off. It's been a great competitive game, and I'm sure these two sides will be well looking forward to a bit of club action later on in the season.
Our viewers will have to keep an eye out for when those fixture dates are, and get along and watch it in person. There's another run here from Bacon. She drives.
It's a great defence there by... And that's game, folks.
Full-time Dunedin Technical winning 3-0 and going through to the next round of the National Women's Knockout Cup, where they'll face a side from mainland.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Orajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world and need a great energy source. And here it is, oat singles from Harroway's. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harroway's.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar, and proud to support Dunedin junior football.
I'm here with Dunedin Tech captain Coral Seif. You've taken the victory away today. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game. We came into it knowing that it was going to be a big clash. It's always a clash between Tech and Roslyn, but after last year, we've been waiting a whole year to get this game back, so we went out there wanting to win, and I think all the girls performed really well.
Now you move on to the final weight, the Kashmir Tech or possibly Coastal Spirit. It's a whole new level up there, so what's the thoughts going forward now?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what we work for, you know, every training, every week. So the lead up to it's been big. We've played Coastal and Kashmir before, so I'm not sure what they're going to be like this year, but I know that they're missing a few players, so we're going to definitely take advantage of that. And we really want to go one step further this year. So
Awesome, well best of luck from everybody at Football South.
Cool.
Cheers for the game.
Thank you.
Unlucky here today, Al, but thoughts on the game?
Look, we knew it was going to be a tough game, you know, as soon as we knew we were up against these guys. I think the difference was that they finished and we didn't, and yet they had a lot more possession, but I'm very proud of the guys the way we defended and stuck together, real grilled it out.
And now thoughts going forward for the season. You've got to face them another 3 times.
Yeah, no, we'll take this game and we'll put it under our belt, you know, we'll take it as a real learning curve, work on some finishing maybe, training, but looking forward to playing these guys. They're a great team to play, always a real good competition.
Ideal, best of luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers, Hamo.
Juggling competition time again here on Oakleys Off the Bar. Once again, I'm here with the captain, Coral Seif. Now Coral, you're going to have 1 minute to do as many juggles as you can. You only get 1 attempt though. Are you ready?
Yeah, always.
Alright, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Ideal, this is pretty easy for you, isn't it? What's your record?
10,003.
10,003. How long did that take you?
Hour and 36 minutes.
An hour and 36 minutes. How did you survive that long? You've only gone 12 seconds so far.
Had a good friend sitting there, keeping me going.
Oh, ideal. Now your crosses today. Didn't see many reach the box. What was up with that?
Another friend giving me some bad training tips.
Oh, some bad training tips. So how did you prepare for the game today there, Coral?
Did an arm session last night actually.
Did an arm session, bit of footy tennis, was it?
Yeah.
Cool, you're just over halfway now. Now
Getting a bit shaky here, hey
Getting
mate?
a bit shaky here. Now the record that we have on Oakleys off the bar is 70, so it looks like you've got to go pretty close to it here.
Close.
But it looks like you're losing a little bit of control here.
I don't
15
lose
seconds.
control.
You don't lose control. Could you break the 100 here?
I don't know, I haven't been counting.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time.
107, but
107. 107. Well done, Cole. Now let's go over to our
Good
special
luck,
guest, Tom Stevens. I'm here with Tom Stevens, who has been our special guest today. First off, thank you for doing the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I hope you had a good time. Now, you've just seen Coral Seif do 107 juggles. Now, I've thrown you under the bus here because I'm going to make you do them. You get one attempt, 1 minute. How do you think you'll go? Don't think you'll reach double figures? No double figures there. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's the ball get to feet. We're going
Can I pick it up?
You can pick it up if you like to begin. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Cheers, Coral.
6. Only 101 off. Pretty close. And it's all over here at Tahuna. Tech taking the victory and moving on to the final 8 in the Knockout Cup. Tom, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, very close. 3-0. Probably not quite the reflection, but Tech deserved winners here today. And they'll be looking forward to taking on a mainland side in the last 8.
Yes. Tessa?
Yeah, it was definitely something we discussed. Usually games are of two halves, but the consistency between the two sides today was very impressive, and there was no sort of points in the game where either team dipped, and it was great to see the intensity being held throughout the whole 90 minutes. So that's very promising moving forward into hopefully the club league, and I look forward to seeing them clash again in the next couple of weeks.
And no doubt every single girl would have been proud of their efforts out there today. The only person that could probably hang their head is Tom with his poor attempt in the juggling competition. Till next week.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar and proud to support Dunedin junior football.